Welcome to Market Insights, your weekly update on the latest developments in the financial world. I'm your host, and today we'll be covering some significant market movements and corporate updates that could impact your investment decisions. Let's start with some key market news. Foreign portfolio investors, or FPIs, sold Indian stocks worth a staggering $4 billion in August, marking the biggest outflow in 7 months. This substantial sell-off has been primarily attributed to concerns over U.S. tariffs on Indian exports and the weakening rupee, which has put pressure on the Indian equity markets. Meanwhile, China's trade surplus increased to $102.33 billion in August, up from $98.24 billion in July. This growth comes despite signs of weakening in both exports and imports, with exports rising by 4.4% year-on-year, but falling short of the 5% forecast. Chinese producers are increasingly shifting their focus to markets in Asia, Africa, and Latin America to offset the impact of U.S. tariffs. In diplomatic developments, India and Israel have signed a bilateral investment treaty, or BIT. This agreement aims to boost investments between the two nations and potentially paves the way for a free trade agreement in the future. This partnership could open new avenues for businesses in both countries and strengthen economic ties. On the IPO front, education technology company PhysicsWallah has filed an updated draft red herring prospectus with SEBI for a 3,820 crore IPO. This move signals confidence in the Indian markets despite the recent FPI outflows. Now, let's look at some notable corporate updates. Adani Green has operationalized 87.5 megawatt capacity power projects at Khavda, Gujarat, further expanding its renewable energy portfolio. In related news, Adani Power is set to jointly develop a 570 megawatt hydroelectric project in Wangchu, Bhutan, with an investment of approximately rupees 6,000 crore in partnership with Bhutan's Druk Green Power. In the green energy sector, NTPC Green has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with VOC Port Authority to establish a green hydrogen fueling station along with hydrogen-powered trucks at Tuticorin Port, highlighting the growing focus on sustainable energy solutions. In management changes, Hero MotoCorp has appointed Mr. Harshavardhan Chitale as the company's new CEO, effective from January 5, 2026. This leadership transition will be closely watched by investors for its impact on the company's future direction. Lastly, budget airline SpiceJet has fully paid a long-standing liability of $24 million to Credit Suisse, which could help improve its financial position and investor confidence. That's all for today's Market Insights. Remember to consider these developments in your investment strategy, and I'll see you next week with more updates from the financial world. Thank you for listening.